Hello AP Seminar students. I sure miss you kids, and I appreciate all of you who've been keeping in touch with me through Google Classroom. If you have, then what you're seeing up here on my smart board is no surprise to you, because each one of these is an assignment. And since we've been out of school starting on March 13th, many of you have submitted to me a second body paragraph for your IWA, your individual written argument. Some of you have gotten busy turning in annotations that were late, the introduction that maybe none of you submitted on time, or maybe a first body paragraph. And then I asked kids to write me a counter argument paragraph. And this week I hope to collect an annotation for source number 6. I've made an extra credit opportunity for kids to turn in a 7th, an 8th, or a 9th source. Again, this is all extra credit. And eventually I'll be asking for a third body paragraph of support and a second counter argument. And I know this sounds like it's all a lot of work, but I remind you, you're in an advanced placement, a college level class, and most of you are going to do very well in this class when we submit our work to the College Board. The College Board announced recently that they are re-examining the work that they're going to score this year in AP Seminar. And I think for us this might be a good thing that they said the only things they want to score are your IRR, which you all already wrote and submitted in December and January, your individual research report, and your individual written argument. So what they're taking off the table here are the oral presentations and the end of course exam, which has always been one of the hardest things to pass. So I want to encourage all of you, if you've not been on board, to try to get your work turned in, because they've also extended our deadlines. Instead of giving us till the end of April, we now have to the 3rd week in May. What I must insist, however, is if I post work up here on in Google Classroom, that you try to meet my deadlines, because we still have this big document that we're trying to produce, and we want to get it done on time. I want to put out a special appeal to anybody who has contact with these AP Seminar students. I've not heard from them so much in Google Classroom, so if you know any of them and you can reach out to them, tell them to log into our Google Classroom. That would be to Angela Martinez, to Milagro Natcher, to Marco Perez, to Marislaces Sanchez, to Morgan Thompson. So if you know any of those students, please reach out to them. Also, I've heard from Edelmira, from Brittany, from Rachel, but I'd like to hear a little bit more from them. So what I want to do is I want to show you the very last piece of writing that I hope to collect from you online, or if this is all over in 2 weeks, if we come back to the classroom, that's to write your conclusion or your solution. So I'm going to show you, like I've shown you before, some models and some of the requirements that we look for in this final piece. This is for the written conclusion or solution, and most of you will not be writing this conclusion or solution for quite a long time. But I want to discuss it now while I have access to my smart board. So here we have a sample solution, and the solution's there at the end. Remember, when you're writing an argument, the argument is about two opposing views of a problem. And when you wrote your IWA, you showed me in your body paragraphs reasons why people would support one side of that argument, and you showed me through your counter arguments while other people would disagree with the thesis you've taken. In your conclusion or solution, you're supposed to be able to bring these two sides together into some kind of resolution, some conclusion. So this is one handout that we've used in the past, and like I've done before, I show you some of the features that we look for in a paragraph like this, and these are some of the features right here. That first of all, you propose something that's plausible, believable, that you're not proposing something that's from the fantasy world, and that you give us a detailed explanation of how you would resolve this problem. What I've shown you here through colors is that some of these features appear in this paragraph, and some of them might not. So what I have here highlighted in gray, where it says There is some backup with textual. I mean, you see it just 2 times here, but what you see a lot of is you see a lot of green here, which is the response considers objections, limitations. The response offers an evaluation of different perspectives. So this is one way to consider this, and this handout will become available to you online. And here's another one right here. Let's see. The other one is features 2 solutions from 2 IWAs that you're familiar with. This one right here I'm posting online. This was written by a student who is currently a senior at Miami High. When he was a sophomore, he wrote this. He got a 5 in AP Seminar. So this is his solution, and because he got a 5, this is Andres Chavez. We know it's a good one. And this one is from IWA number 2, the one about limiting the kind of work children can do in farm labor that we've looked at. So again, we've got a list of the features that we might see in an effective solution. We see a new thing here. Sometimes you have to define what your specialized vocabulary words are. So we see that here and here. We see here specific details to show how your solution would work. Limitations of your solution we see. What we want you to notice is there's not just one way to do this, that you include these features that you think are most important and you organize them the way that you see fit. Most of you will not be getting to this for at least 2 weeks, but I want you to see what it looks like on my big board before you see it in your Google Classroom. Okay, I wish you all luck, and if you need me, you can send me an email. Okay, thank you.